Hello, this is Victor Hazelwood with the UT Advanced Computing Facility. I'm going to show you how to log into the Secure Enclave. Open up a browser and go to secure.utk.tennessee.edu. You'll be presented with an authentication screen. Type in your NetID and password. Select the appropriate domain for your NetID, either Knoxville or Health Science Center. Once you type in your NetID and password, you'll be presented with your Duo. Perform your Duo authentication. Once you've done that successfully, you'll be presented with this banner screen. It tells you that your session will be monitored. Most users, when they get into the Secure Enclave, will be presented with a favorites menu and an apps menu. If you have a virtual machine, you'll also get this desktop menu. Let's look at apps first. Apps has a PuTTY SSH application, a PDF reader, and one or more browsers may be available. To get to the ACF sensitive information processing cluster inside the Secure Enclave, double click on PuTTY. It'll start a VM in the background and launch the PuTTY application. Once you get the PuTTY application, you'll want to type in, if you're a Knoxville user, sip-login1-se.acf.utk.edu for port 22, and you can select data under connection and put your NetID in the auto logon username box. If you're a Health Science Center user, you'll want to use siplogin2-se.acf.utk.edu port 22. Also, you can put your NetID in the auto logon username box as well. Once you've done that, click open and you'll start an SSH session within PuTTY. It'll prompt you for your password. Type in your NetID password. It'll also ask for your Duo authentication again and perform that. Once you successfully authenticate, you'll be inside the ACF SIP Linux environment, and you can perform your work, either edit files, submit batch jobs, and other things inside the ACF SIP. There is a Lustre file system in the ACF SIP cluster. It's 1.2 petabytes. That's where your project space is going to be. If you need, once you're done using the ACF SIP with the PuTTY SSH client, you type exit to get out. If you have a virtual machine, you click on desktops and you double click on the VM that you have provisioned for your account. It'll open a new window and present you, in this case, it's a Windows virtual machine. So it will present me with a Windows desktop inside that new window. I can do all the normal things that I would do inside a Windows machine through this virtual machine environment. To log off of that, go to the Start menu, click on the User button, and select Sign Out. You'll notice the power button doesn't do anything or shutting down, so the best way to get off is to click on the User button and sign out. That'll close that window. If you have an active SSH client or virtual machine, this original window should stay open and you should log out of that when you're done. All of these environments, if you stay logged in and you're not doing any activity for 15 minutes, you'll be automatically logged off. If you want some information on how to use the ACF SIP, you can go to this resource page on the web. The ACF environment is also there. The ACF open environment is also there if you need it. If you need help, you can send email to help@acf.utk.edu or help@acf.tennessee.edu. Either one will work. Thanks and good luck using the Secure Enclave.